So what I did here, I have just taken a label. Okay, I've inserted a label and I have written the uh, some text in the label. So as I told you, we can transfer, you can change your font size, font weight. So middle of the label, auto height is another option such that it will be adjusted its height automatically based on the size of the label text. And this is a line height overflow, which I have shown yesterday. So for example, if you write more than the width length of the label, then you can have the scroll. Okay, so this is for the overflow. Overflow, if you are hidden this thing, so you will not have this kind of thing. So whether the highlighted part of the label is also that one only you can see here. And in this label, you will be having an option called wrap option. If you keep the wrap off, then you will be having certain three dots over here like this. So it indicates that there are some other label which is some other text which is existing in the label like that. So if it is not there, then you will be not having the three dots. So when it is exceeding its length, design length, then it will show the three dots. Okay. So this is the wrap function or fit, and you can set some colors on it. Okay, like this. You can play around it. So there is nothing to discuss much on this kind of basic properties. So you can play as per your wish. You can put some top alignment, bottom alignment, middle, disable current, or every control is having its on select property. So on select means what? When you click on the control, the action should be triggered. So that is called an on select property of the controls. So here I just do some uh, basic functions. Just again take some same label. Just deleting the text. Right. Now I wanted to calculate the characters, how many characters available in the label. So this is a label 1 consisting the data, certain data. And here in this label on the text property, I am using a function called len. It indicates the length of the label function. Okay, so what is the how much characters existing in the label means length of this label 1 dot text is nothing but 42 characters. So this way you can calculate the number of characters available in the label. So now it becomes 9. Okay, now it becomes 3. It becomes 4. That means what here? It also calculates the empty space. Also calculates the special characters. So number of characters existing in a label can be calculated by using length of the label text. So by using len function, so which indicates, so which help us to calculate the number of elements, number of text characters available in the labels. So that can be utilized in various applications like different purpose. So how a sample purpose I'll show here. So in my label I have this is the thing. This is my label consisting of this text. So here it is 34 characters are available, but I just wanted to cut this part. Example, I just wanted to have this thing on. Then you can utilize this text function if self dot text if length of self dot text is greater than 34, then keep this thing, or else keep the entire length function length of this one is greater than 4. Example, left of, I'll explain you what is this. This is how you can write a function based on your requirement. So here, this is the length 4. So that means the number of characters available in this text label is 4. So what I have given the functionality here is, let me tell the label like this. If the length of this entire text is greater than 4, then write only first 4 letters. That means this left of this text entire string only 4 characters, or else keep all the remaining. So here I just wanted to change it to the 3. Then I can have the entire text over here. So what it indicates that I'm giving certain condition to the label such that by using the length function to calculate the number of characters, if the length of this character is more than 4, then only first 4 letters you have to show, or else entire string that you have to show. So this is a condition I just utilized in my some of the applications example saying. So this is how you can utilize the length function as well as the left function. Okay. Any doubts in this case? Everybody, how you are using the
No,
length
sir.
function, left function? Huh?
No, sir.
No
No,
doubt.
sir. No, sir.
You want this kind of pause and play, right? So this is one of the function called length function. So that's how you can utilize in your applications. So here, every time I'm just when I wanted to make it down, I need to make this label also down to keep in a line, or else I will show you in another example. I wanted to take one button, wanted to take one icon, take airplane. Okay. So here this aeroplane color, I'll some change color or green color, right? So here, without touching this aeroplane icon, I wanted to make it left or right or wherever it is there. Okay. So how can I do it? So simple dependency control philosophy. So here, this icon 2 is displays just X, Y, width and height. So here, this button X is here. So I can calculate control. I can copy this button too, and I can put this X property of the aeroplane to button 2 dot X. Okay, this 100 sufficient 300. Yes, it is okay. So I can say this aeroplane icon X property to this button dot X plus 300. I'm just adding it. And similarly for this Y also, earlier it was in 60. I can say this one to button dot Y, and I don't want to add 300. So wherever it is existing, the Y position, I'm just keeping it. Okay. See, now what happens? I will not touch this aeroplane icon. I can move here and there. It is coming automatically. So how it is coming means I have just kept a dependence property of this aeroplane icon X and Y properties with respect to the button. Okay. So this is another important property of the controls, so that you can make a dependent control on a particular properties. Okay. And in another case, I wanted to take some more thing like in some cases, uh, for example, I just see now it is aerial. Okay. In some cases, if the client requires some other font size, so every time you need not to change it. So I just set a variable called font. Example, font variable is font dot Arial. I just kept my font as font variable in a global variable. Okay, font dot Arial as a font variable. It's a good practice to maintain certain notations. So I just use font var as a variable for font it as var font. Then it has a font dot Arial. Okay. Now when I click on it, this font dot Arial is stored in this font var font, and I am giving this var font to my label font. Instead of font dot Arial, I'll give var font. Okay, so here it is a label 1 and label 2, label 3 example. So I have utilized my labels in some other screens or somewhere I can utilize it. Okay. So like this, I have utilized my labels by using var font. Now, for example, if some other client comes and he wants to change the font to some other font called dancing script, font dot dancing script. I just wanted to make it. Okay. So when I change it, when I click on the button, so my entire fonts have been changed it to the dancing script font. So that's how you can have some, optimization techniques with respect to the by using the global variables. So see here. So that way, as a developer, when you developing the screens or labels, you have to declare your requirements initially so that you can change all the required things in a single click. Otherwise, you have to go to the fonts and every time you have to click on the font, you have to change the font to dancing script like this. Okay, so you can also change some other font dot Patrick Hand. My font has been changed. Okay, so similarly, you can choose the fill colors. So this fill color, I can change it only by using another variable called set var fill color dot green or color dot light red, light gray or something like. Just copying this var fill color. I'm selecting the labels, all the labels. The same height, 40 label. And I'm going to the fill property of the labels. And whatever the label is existing, I'm just keeping this var fill color. Okay. Now, so this was my fill color. Now, when I click on it, so it became light gray. So I don't look, I don't like this kind of light gray. Now I just wanted to change it. So I can change to green. Now when I click on the button, change it to the green. Every time. So instead of putting the direct controls, direct color on the single property, you can change with respect to the global variables. So this is another advantage of having the global variables. Okay. So this is how to declare the variables is by using the set and update context. Similar way, I can change it to the update context. Update context is used for what? This is used for update context is used for what? Local variables. Understood? So set is used for entire screens globally. Is utilized in a globally. But update context is used for this is used for what? Local single screen application. For example, only for this screen, if you wanted to have this variation, then you can use the update context. That also will see how the update context will work. I'm going to the another screen. So I have taken one rectangle. So this fill color I'm using, the fill color. Now what happened here? Whatever the color I'm just placing here, that color is also appearing in the another screen. Color dot red. Check. When I click on it, I have changed this color. Similarly, my color also changed here. The another screen. That's why the set variable works. How it is changing in another screen also. So let me take this as now. Let me convert this set variable to a local variable. Okay. So I'm just copying this, deleting this, and replacing with update context. So I have used my update context with the color dot Indian red. Now I'm changing this one to violet. Now click on it. This color has been changed, but here this property doesn't exist because I have removed from the set variable. So that's why this property won't work in the another screen. So that is a major difference between set variable and update context variable. So earlier I have used it by using set variable, it worked, but when I use an update context, it doesn't work. Back to the set again. So let us have this. See, so the changes have been reflected in the another screen. So that's how the set and update context variable will be utilized in the application. So based on your requirement, you have to think whether which variable has to be declared and all. Okay. Notes regarding that and text variables, declaring the things and all. And on a button, you can take what's the button? I'm just taking one gallery. So gallery is used for what? To represent the items which are available in the data source. Okay. So this is the gallery. I'm just taking one title gallery, and I wanted to have a sample data. So there is a function called yes. Sequence of is a function which represents the serial numbers from which you are showing in the items list. So this is what you have. So this is the gallery I have taken. Okay. The same way you can apply the label size and font and everything. Okay. To have some big numbers. So this is my gallery. I've taken this gallery and I'm showing certain numbers, serial numbers from 0 to so from 1 to 10. So which function I can use is nothing but sequence. Sequence is a function which will be representing the number of digits available in the given number. For example, if I take sequence of 4, it will give 1, 2, 3, 4. Sequence of 8 will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So there is another extension for this. What I have changed it? I have changed the function from like this. So 0 to, so it will show entire 8 records starting from 0 and having the gap of 2. Now it is becoming 8, 1, 2. That means the sequence function executing the 8 number of records starting from 1, having the gap of 2, having the gap of 3. 1 to 4, the gap is 3. From 4 to 7, the gap is 3, like that. So based on your requirement, you can change it. The gap of 100, sequence of 8 sequence numbers starting from 50 I want. So now it is 50 with a gap of 100, the gap of 150, 350, 250, like that. Okay. This is one type of function, sequence function. Or else directly you can put sequence of 8, which shows simply the serial numbers from 1 to 8. Or if you wanted to change as per your requirement, sequence of 8 starting from 3 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sequence of 8 starting from 3, gap of 5, like that. Okay, so this is regarding sequence function. Any doubts in the sequence function?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So you can also play around like this sequence of whatever it may be, you can take it out. For example, I have a text label here. So in this, I have 30 number as my number. Okay. So this you can take it as sequence of label 7 dot text. So how it's showing means 30 records it is showing there. Understood? This is how we can have the sequence function. Right? And I can also have one exercise over here. So I'm just taking a date picker. So this is today's date, and I'm just changing the size and as well. So this I'm just taking another date picker. Okay. And I wanted to have the difference between these two days. I just wanted to have the difference between these two dates. Okay. I just take another label over here. I wanted to show the difference between the selected dates. For that, I'll use date diff function. Date diff function. That means it calculates the difference of the dates between date picker 2 dot selected date, comma, date picker 2 underscore 1. These two date pickers I'm selecting. Okay. Date picker 2 dot selected date, comma, time unit as days. This is a formula I'm using for the calculation of different dates between the two date pickers. So date diff is a function differentiates the dates of the selected dates of two date pickers in terms of the days. Okay. So this is the basic formula. You have to practice it for calculating the date diffs between the two selected dates. So let us check it out. So this is today's date and this is tomorrow's date. So what is the difference between these two? So -1 is coming. Then I have to interchange these two, starting date and ending date. Interchanging it, so I got a positive, right? So here, let us take another. So today is September 30, then I will take October 30. There is a 30 days difference, right? So here I can also say similar to the previous example I have taken it. So this formula I'm just writing over here. So C control B. And I'm just taking one title over here. Editing this. Sequence of creative. You can see the number of records that you can have is 30. And I'll explain you. Don't worry about that. For example, this is today's date now, so September 30, and I'll take 4. So how many days gap? It is a 4 days. Then you have to show the 4 number of records like this. So how it is possible? That means merging the control, merging the action. So here what I have shown here is the difference between the two dates, date picker 1 and date picker 2. Between these two dates, I have taken the difference. That is my difference is 4 days. So here I have just written the 4 days with a sequence. Earlier we have utilized the function. So instead of putting like this, like calculating in another label and showing in some other gallery, so directly you can merge it in a single coding. So I have used two functions here to calculate the sequence of the different subgates. Okay, so that's how you can change the coding standards like this. So based on your requirement, the gallery will show you the number of records like this. For example, if you take 23, then you'll show 23 records over here. This is one of the, yeah. So here I'll just show one small exercise like kind of thing. So, right, so this is Control C, Control V, and again Control V. So what I have taken here, I have taken three icons which are of similar case. Okay, so first one is emoji of, let me do one thing. Yeah, smile will take one smile. Once look sad, sad is already there, no? Other one will take as normal emoji will take it. So here, what I'll do, for example, a client is required this type of thing. Okay. So when the feedback is good, the client, you get some happy and after normal and after everything. So how can I change this kind of thing means I'll just put slider over here. Okay. So when I move the slider from left to right, I need to have some variation in my emojis. Okay. So now the slider value is 50, right? Okay. See, everyone, just look at this. I have taken three emojis of different expressions and I have taken one slider. And my intention is here, when I move the slider from here to here, my emoji have to be changed. When I put 0, it should be sad emoji. When I put 50, medium emoji. When I put 100, it should be a smiley emoji. So for that, what should I check? So here, this fill color, I'll this color I'll check it as red because my smiley is red. And here, when I'm happy, my smile is green. And this is in a normal case. And all these three emojis, I'll overlap on each other. Right. What I say is, it should be visible. This happy emoji should be visible as and my slider value is greater than or equal, greater than my slider one value should be greater than 50. In that case only, my happy smile will be visible to me. Okay. And a sad emoji will be visible only when the slider one dot value is less than 50. So whenever it is less than 50, then only it should be visible. So the normal neutral emoji will be visible only in the case of the slider value is equal to exactly 50. Now let us try. So when I show the value is 50, my emoji become normal. When I reduce the feedback, then the emoji becomes sad. This is one kind of, I give neutral, again it is happy. You can play with this. Or else you can also change like this. This emoji one is between 50 to 60, like that also you can do. So it depends on your requirement. You can do these things. Okay. So this is one kind of feedback kind of things. Whenever we are giving some feedback to any bank forms or any other cases, we'll get this kind of things. Okay. Here, I'll take another gallery, and in the gallery, I'll take sequence of 50. Okay. Then I'll take label. This label is giving some value. Okay. And here, so this is the arrow icon over here. Size of the icon also. I'm just changing it. Okay. So here, when I click on this arrow icon, I wanted to check whether it is even or odd. If mod of item dot value, comma 2 is equal to 0, then notify me it is a even number. Or else notify me it is an odd number. Okay, so this is my uh, requirement. When I click on this number, it should get whether it is even or odd. So it is odd number and it is even number. It is odd. It is also odd. When I click on it, it is an even number. When I click on it, it is an odd number. Even, even, even number, odd number. So like this. So what just I did here is I've taken 30 numbers or 50 numbers, whatever it is required thing, and on clicking of this arrow, I made a formula here such that the mod of this item dot value is equal to 0 with respect to 2, then it is an even number or else it is an odd number. Okay, so this is how we can check the values of a particular gallery over here, and we can calculate many mathematical things